Alright, what's up guys, +2 Soul here with another deck profile. This time is from Nanoha. We're gonna have Felix show off his what was it, Fate Testarossa deck. So let's get to it.
Alright, so first off, the main card that makes this deck work is 4 copies of the level 0 Earth support. What she does is she gives 500 to all Fates and 500 to all your other characters on your turn. So basically she's a global 1k on your turn at level 0, and that gives a lot of power to the deck. And since it's already yellow, it gives it even more power.
And she's from Strikers?
Yeah, it's from Strikers.
Yeah, this is basically the third set, huh?
This is technically season 3, but it was the second set that came out.
Oh, okay.
Or I think it was the first set, I don't remember.
Yeah. Alright, that side.
And then we have 4 of the level 0 Fate from the first movie extra pack. She's just a level 0 4k, and when she becomes reversed, you move the top card of your library into your clock. Like she's kinda against most decks because they run level 0 Suiciders, but if they don't draw it or they don't have it, then it's pretty difficult to get over. And with like 1 support in the back, she's like a level 0 5k or 4-5 on your opponent's turn. So it's relatively solid for level 0, and then afterwards it just goes in the clock. Some utility cards, we have 2 the level 0 Fate Brainstormer. Her Brainstorm effect is pay 1, mill the top 4 cards of your deck. For every climax you hit, she gets +1k and +1 soul. It's pretty bad, but I just have it in here because she brainstorms, and I really need to have a brainstorm effect in here.
Like Nanoha didn't get a brainstorm until the new set, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there's this, and then there's the Hayate brainstorm. But since she's Fate, chose to run her over the Hayate. And then the non-Fate card is
whoa, this is blue.
Yeah, it's blue. The only 2 blue cards in my deck. This level 0 Reinforce gives 500 front, and you can pay 2 Rester to search your deck for any magic character, which is basically like the entire deck. She's really good because she basically is a +1 to hand. And since I'm playing yellow, I have no salvage and like no gates and stuff. So being able to plus somehow is really important. And in general, being able to just search for anything by paying 2. So to round out level 0 is the level 0 Fate from the second movie booster pack. When she comes out, she's level 1 and 3k base. She can kill level 0 Suiciders, and her second effect is when she becomes reversed, you can pay 1 to send it to memory. So it's deck compression at level 0, and a good part of the deck relies on having a certain amount of cards in memory, and this helps start compressing the deck at level 0. Now for level 1s and 4 of the 1-0 Fate Changer.
This plays a big role for any Fate deck.
Basically.
Right? No, sorry, any Nanoha deck.
Well, yeah,
I guess you can say.
because it has like what I feel is the most solid level 1, which is this card. So this, when she comes out, she gives 1k to any other magic character you have, and beginning of climax phase, pay 1, send her to memory, change into this. And what she does is on your turn, she gets plus 1500 if there's 1 card in your memory, which this does, and also these level 0s. And she has character card by herself. So with this and 2 of the arts in the back, on your turn, she becomes a 9-5 base, which is really, really powerful. And then in climaxes, get over 10k, so she can potentially kill level 3s. And she has character on card, which means you can just stick around, but it just decreases hand size, which is why the reinforcers are there, to just plus in hand size. For the most part, these will stay on field until level 3. Because level 1 is what I feel is the most important level in the game. So having a really strong level 1 game in her makes the deck like really solid and more consistent. Also run 3 of the 1-0 Fate, which does come signed, but I don't have any unfortunately. What she does is when she comes out, you have to arrest one of your standing Fate or Arf characters, and also reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a magic character, she gains plus 2k until end of turn. So it's not that bad because at worst she's a 1055 vanilla. But having her makes it so that if I don't draw my 1-0 changes or my 1-1 fates, then I still have some of a 1 game. And if I get rushed to 1, then I don't need to pay stock as a 1-0. So just having that adds a little more consistency to the 1 game. And around 2 of the 1-0 Fate counters from the original A set. What it does is it's just a 1-0-1-5 counter, and if you have a Nanoha on the field when you play it, both players mill 3, but since there's no Nanoha in my entire deck, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just for a free counter basically. For lower 2s, around 3 of the Fate with Bite each. What she does is when she comes out, you can move the top card of your library to clock, and she gains 4,500 power until end of turn. Then she becomes a 12k base, and her second effect is a climax combo with the 1k one that I run. And when she attacks, if the climax is in your climax zone, then you can bounce anything on your opponent's field. She's mostly just to bounce really annoying things like 0-1 supports or stuff that has a lot of markers under it. And she can also kill level 3s that come out at level 2, because she can go up to 12k base and then like 14 with support and even higher with climaxes.
Do you have the climax? You can show that?
Yeah.
It was really clear, not by Butcher.
So
This is the climax that goes with it?
this one's fine actually. Yeah, so this is the climax, right?
Yeah.
Right. So it's the burn?
Yeah.
The shot, actually.
It's a 1k one. And I ran 4 of these because this is the main climax combo that I run in this deck. It gives a lot of utility, I feel, because you can just bounce really annoying things, and or you can just get stuff out of the way for more damage. And then
Keep this.
And the other level 2 cards I ran is 3 of the 2-1 Earth counters. What she does is she's a 2-5 counter by herself, and if you have at least 2 cards in your memory, then she counters for a 3-5, so it's a 2-1 3-5 counter. I need these to keep my level 1s alive, because then I can get them to like 10-5 with enough support in the back. So it helps them survive some onslaughts by other decks. And since I don't have much of a level 2 game besides the 2-1, having these is really important. Now for the level 3 game, I run 3 of the Fates from the new set. She can come out level 2 if your deck has less than 5 cards in it. And when she comes out, she heals. And if you have 2 or more cards in memory, she gets plus 1,000. So basically she's a 10-5 base healer that comes out at level 2, which is really strong. And also the only healer in a mono fate deck. So having the ability to just heal, especially at level 2, is pretty big. And it's a 10-5 wall as well. Plus support gets it up to like 11-5, 12-5, 13-5. But it's mostly for the healing effect. The other level 3 is 3 copies of the Radical Fate from the original Ace pack, and 2 copies of the Climax combo. She can't be targeted by your opponent's character effects, so she can't be suicided, reversed, like bounced, like I think it's all effects actually. So she can't like be bounced like a bounce trigger. And when she comes out, all your characters gain plus 1 soul. And her climax combo with this is when you play this climax, for each copy of this card in your front row, you can choose up to 2 characters from your opponent's waiting room and shuffle them back in your opponent's deck. And then she gains plus 3,000 power. So she can power over stuff with the climax combo, and if your opponent is like out all their climaxes and they still have like 10 cards left in deck, just play these for the climax combo, shuffle back more damage, and since she gives plus 1 soul when she comes out, you can just do like upwards of like 14 damage in 1 turn. So that's pretty fun, but it's pretty uncommon for that to actually happen. So that's why I only run 2 copies of the 2K1 that I combos with, just so I have access to it when I need to. And then for the other 2 climaxes in my deck is 2 bounce triggers, because having the ability to bounce by random triggers is pretty useful. I like this especially against like sold out decks with the marker Asuna, because that can get really big really fast, and being able to bounce it is really good. And I don't run the card that it combos with, it's just for the bounce. And so basically what you want to do with this deck is get out 2 of these in the back, and then hit level 1 with a decent amount of stock and get a feel of this, and just sit on this basically until level 3 or level 2, and then play the level 3 early. That's basically what the deck is designed to do. And since these have character encore, they can stay on the field for a long time. And that's why having this reinforce is really helpful, so it can just plus 1 to hand.
So basically you'd replace this with the reinforce, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Usually, like, depending on how I'm doing, sometimes I just move this up and then play this and then just rest it every single turn to just keep on plussing the hand. And also, sometimes if I have exactly like 6 cards left and at least 1 of these left in deck, search for it, and then 5 cards left, play it. That's also really helpful. And also, this level 2 can do that too if I have exactly 6. Then play 1, clock, then have 5, play the level 3, and then heal it. So it's basically like a free 2/1 12k on the turn that comes out. So that can be good sometimes, but the deck mostly revolves around this card and then playing this card at level 2.
Alright, cool. Thanks, Felix. So, if you guys like the video, if you guys can like the video, comment, subscribe, and also like our Facebook page, which is going to be in the about section below. So, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys later with other deck profiles and matches.